Putin hopes to continue dialogue with Trump. Meanwhile, he keeps killing Ukrainians. Trump seems determined and said that American sanctions must work against Russia in the near future. I'm Albina Pidhirnyak. Here are the latest news for you. On October 22, the Russians struck a kindergarten in the city of Kharkiv with 3 drones. The Patrol Police published the first footage after the attack, showing how the children were rescued and what the kids said in the first minutes after the strike.
Blue and yellow handles. We'll find something. Come on, somewhere out there, in a circle before that. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Okay, we're behind you now. Where's Mum? Well. Yes, everything I wanted to say. Let's. Children here. Everything is fine.
Total. Well, and now already. Where is the wrong one? Hurry up, please. I didn't hold on and I didn't.
Good. The bomb shelter here was very good. Thanks. You will be safe.
Thanks.
Yesterday, the Russians dropped guided aerial bombs on the city of Kherson. As a result, 3 people were killed and 14 were injured, including 1 child.
That's how we are now. They in a terrible way. That's the morning we have. Donkeys. In the Schumann wagon.
Putin commented on the planned meeting with Trump in Hungary. The Russian dictator noted that it was the initiative of the American president and most likely it hasn't been cancelled but merely postponed.
As for the statement of the President of the United States, well, what can I say? In the last telephone conversation, both the meeting itself and the venue were proposed by the American side, and I agreed with this, but expressed my thoughts in this regard and said that, of course, such meetings should be well prepared. It would be a mistake for me and for the American president to approach this easily and leave this meeting without the expected result. I must say that the US president agreed with this, fully agreed, and said that they would work on their part. A number of officials of the current administration would work on the preparation of this meeting. He named some of them, and I said that after our American colleague decides on the final list of those who will work on the preparation of our meeting, we will also announce who will work from our country, from Russia. But in the first phase, there is no doubt that the first steps in this direction should be taken by Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov and Secretary of State Rubio. Well, that's what we decided. Now I see and am familiar with this statement. The President of the United States has decided to cancel or postpone this meeting. Rather, he is talking about postponing this meeting too. What can you always say? Dialogue is always better than some kind of confrontation, than some disputes, or even more so a war. Therefore,
Putin still hopes for a meeting with Trump. Through his propagandists, he talks about how many resources Russia has and how difficult it will be for the global economy without them. He also reminds Trump directly that everything could be divided if only Trump agreed to the conditions Russia proposes.
It became clear that hydrocarbons could not be done without the next, at least for years and decades. This is evident in connection with the growth of consumption. The world economy is growing, and energy consumption is increasing. Well, that's it. But it is not possible to increase sharply at the moment. But if the amount of our oil and petroleum products on the world market sharply decreases, then prices will rise. And my American colleague and I also talked about this. What will this lead to? This will lead to a sharp increase in the cost of oil and petroleum products, including at AAK gas stations. And the United States is no exception. And if we take into account the domestic political calendar in the United States, it is clear how sensitive some processes will be in this regard. And those who prompt the acting administration to make such decisions, it is necessary to understand for whom they work. But it doesn't matter. Something else is important to us, that we feel confident, stable and, despite certain losses, and they, of course, will be associated with many circumstances, nevertheless, our energy feels quite confident. But also, I hope that this will not lead to serious changes in the world market. Although everyone should now think about it, I agree with the International Energy Agency. Think about the need to invest in traditional energy, in traditional types of energy. We are doing this and intend to do so. If, in the end, we do not move on to any pressure, but move on to a serious conversation for the future, including in the economic sphere, then we have many areas for joint work. On the whole, we are ready for this, but, as we can see, this depends not only on the Russian Federation, but also on our partners, in this case, the Americans.
At the same press conference, Putin claimed that his economy shows no symptoms of reacting to Western sanctions. But the question is, what symptoms can a dead economy have? Trump, however, responded to Putin's words about not fearing sanctions pressure. Let's listen to what the American leader said.
President Putin basically said today that Russia is immune from U.S. sanctions. He said that it would not impact the Russian economy in any serious way. Is he
good.
wrong?
I'm glad he feels that way. That's good. I'll let you know about it in 6 months from now. Okay, let's see how it all works out.
Dear viewers, I'm grateful for your activity and support of Ukraine. Take care. See you soon.